All right, right now, an arrest has been made in the deadly mass shooting at Brown University that happened last night. We're hearing from students and the mayor after the deaths of 2 and the injuries of 9 others. 7 News on your side, pouring over a draft copy of a report that alleges inconsistent crime stats across the district. We're going to walk you through that document.
And First Alert Weather is still tracking some bands of snow moving through the area. It's winding down quickly, but the cold is on the way. We'll have all the details.
WJLA 24/7 News, on your side at 7 a.m.
All right, we're going to start you with this breaking news developing out of Rhode Island at this hour, where a person of interest is in custody after a deadly mass shooting on the campus of Brown University. That's in Providence, Rhode Island. Now, the school has confirmed the deaths of 2 people with 9 others injured.
You're watching WJLA 24/7 News, on your side at 7 a.m.
All right, it's 7:30. We're so glad you're with us here on 7 News and WJLA 24/7 News this morning. I'm Adam Longo in for Kelly Lynn. Most of us waking up to a snowy wonderland outside. It's this thick, wet snow. Pretty easy to clear off the car. Roadways, at least the ones that I took this morning, were looking pretty good. Meteorologist Matt Ritter is here with us this morning. So all this is winding down, and to the north of us, they got it even worse.
Yeah, I've seen a report close to Damascus of almost 5 inches of snow. They got a real quick burst at about 5 o'clock this morning. There was even some thunder snow near BWI Marshall, but that was the exception to the rule. For most of us, we got about an inch or 2 inside the Beltway, mostly on the grassy areas, and most of it is just wet right now because a lot of it did melt on the roads. But really cold air is on the way, so we're going to start icing over some of those roads. Winter weather advisory continues until 10 o'clock this morning for the areas shaded in purple. That does obviously include D.C. and the Beltway area. But the regional radar showing most of the accumulating snow, the heavier snow bands, now moving east of our area over the bay and onto the eastern shore. But we've already had our high temperatures for the day. They occurred at midnight. We're borderline freezing right now, but the northwestern suburbs showing temperatures in the 20s. That's really cold Arctic air that's on the way, and the wind speeds will be picking up too. That'll be bringing us some dangerously cold wind chills later on. Here's the bigger picture. Our system, it's not a nor'easter or anything. It's just a clipper, very strong cold front moving off to the east, and we're going to continue to dry out as we go through the rest of the morning. Temperatures will continue to fall below freezing as we go through the day today. Wind chills will be dropping into the single digits, but we'll be drying out. We'll see some sunshine by mid-morning. Adam?
All right, like the sound of that, Matt. Thank you. Let's talk about Metro now and its proposed budget for the next fiscal year. It includes more service options and no fare hikes. More than 27,000 volunteers came out to put more than 250,000 wreaths to honor the lives lost. Well, overnight, prairie dogs at the Maryland Zoo got ready for the expected winter weather. The zoo shared this picture with us, saying the cold weather headed our way. A little snow never bothered prairie dogs. Back with a final check of the forecast now with meteorologist Matt Ritter.
The animals never seem to care.
No, they're like, what's the big deal?
Exactly.
We're just having fun. They're enjoying it.
The things are winding down right now, as we see in the regional radar. Just one last burst of very light snow and some flurries going through the I-95 corridor in D.C. But we're going to get a flash freeze of a lot of these areas that are mainly just wet right now. So that's going to cause some problems. We didn't get sizable amounts in D.C., in Virginia for the most part. Bigger amounts in northern Maryland, north of I-70, especially up towards the Pennsylvania line. There's going to be some blowing and drifting of some of that snow over the next couple of hours. The headlines are turning from the snow to the very cold air, the bitterly cold air that's just on the other side of the mountains. It'll be moving in all day today. Temperatures will continue to fall. We've already had our high temperatures for the day. We're going to be dropping into the 20s during the afternoon. Wind chills will be in the single digits, almost 0 by the time we get to sunset this evening and into overnight tonight.
So it's going to be very quickly turning into slush and ice. So if you want to get that sledding in, earlier the better.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of what's just wet right now is going to freeze solid over the next couple of hours.
Doesn't sound like fun at all. Listen, we're back with more news and local weather coming up at 10 a.m. here on WJLA 24/7. Have a great morning.
An income tax rebellion sweeping the nation.
Huge tax cut, but also this major tax reform. So now we have the lowest flat tax of any state in the country.
This morning at 10 on 7 News, on your side.